Two jets, one target. The Russian flight lead keys his radio. One contact, no support, engaging intercept. The American hears this, he does not change course. That was a mistake, but not his. June 2026, the Baltic Sea. NATO runs air patrols along the Russian border every single day. Boring missions, straight lines, show the flag, go home. Today, one American F-15C is doing exactly that. Alone, calm. Holding the line like it's a Tuesday. In Kaliningrad, Russia's military base on the Baltic coast, two Su-30SM fighters scramble. These are not training jets. These are Russia's best, twin engines, canard fins that let them move in ways most aircraft cannot do in a video game. Russia puts them in every air show and films them doing backflips at low altitude. And right now, two of them are closing fast on one American. The Russian flight lead is a lieutenant colonel. 14 years of fighter time. Dozens of Baltic intercepts. Today he has his best wingman. Today he has the numbers. He feels something he hasn't felt in a long time. He feels excited. Here's what he doesn't know yet, and it changes everything. The F-15 Eagle entered service in 1976. It has been flying longer than most of its pilots have been alive. It does not sneak. It does not hide. What the F-15 degrees Celsius does is fight. No pilot has ever been shot down and won. Not in any war. Not by any nation. Not once. That is not a win-loss record. That is a restraining order. But there is only one of them today. And there are two of the other thing. The Russian lieutenant colonel gives the order. Split. His wingman breaks right. He breaks left. Classic pincer. You come at the target from two sides at the same time. The enemy turns to face one. The other slides behind him. Simple. Clean. Rehearsed 100 times in simulators. The American doesn't turn, doesn't run, doesn't react at all. He sits in the middle. Straight and level, like a man picking up dry cleaning. The lieutenant colonel frowns. Maybe he's not paying attention. That thought is wrong, but it's a comfortable thought. So he keeps it. They close to 10 miles. 8-6. The Russian feels the fight tightening around the Eagle like a fist. He pushes the throttle forward. Then the American does something no one expects. He pulls straight up. Not a turn. Straight up. Nose to the sky. Full afterburner. Two Pratt & Whitney engines. 47,000 pounds of thrust. This jet goes up faster than other jets go forward. Both Russian pilots pitch up and try to follow. They slow. They slow more. The F-15 is still climbing. At 25,000 feet, the American is still picking up speed. The Russians are hanging on their engines, watching their airspeed fall like a bank account after a divorce. Then, the F-15 rolls over the top. Smooth. Nose comes over. Wings level. Now the American is looking down at two Su-30SMS, split apart, slow, pointing in two different directions. The pincer just became a cage, and the Russians are inside it. The lieutenant colonel figures this out at the same moment he figures out he cannot do a single thing about it. What the Russian lieutenant colonel never knew, what he had no way of knowing. The man in that F-15 has 4,000 hours in the Eagle. Most fighter pilots retire with 1,500. This man has 4,000 because he spent 6 years at the U.S. Air Force Weapons School as an adversary tactics instructor. His entire job was pretending to be a Russian fighter pilot, performing their tactics, every day, against the best pilots in America. He knows the Russian two-ship bracket better than the two pilots flying it right now. He looked helpless on purpose. The F-15 drops behind the flight lead. Lock. Radar lock. 6 o'clock. The tone fills the cockpit, fills the helmet. Sits in the chest like a heartbeat no one asked for. The lieutenant colonel brakes hard left, grunting against the G-forces. The lock holds. 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. Then it stops. He gasps. Relief. For exactly 1.5 seconds. Then his wingman screams over the radio. He is on me! Lock! He has lock! The American picked up the wingman in under 2 seconds. Lock. Release. Lock. Release. Back and forth. Both pilots flinching like dogs who have learned when the spray bottle comes out. Neither one can tell who is about to die first. The F-15 settles behind the wingman, 1,000 feet back. The wingman turns left. The F-15 turns left. He pulls up. The Eagle pulls up. Every escape move in the Russian manual comes out. Roll, dive, twist. The F-15 follows each one the way an owner follows his dog at a park. Relaxed, still on the leash. This goes on for 45 seconds. In a cockpit where someone is glued to your tail, 45 seconds is a funeral you attend while still alive. The lieutenant colonel circles outside the fight, watching, helpless, locked out of his own battle by one man who will not let him back in. He grips the stick until his gloves creak. Then the F-15 releases both of them. It climbs, shifts position, and keys the open frequency. 2 of you, 1 of me, and I still had to slow down. 5 seconds of silence, then a single slow wing waggle, a wave goodbye. The kind you give a neighbor you don't respect. The F-15 turns northwest, back to its patrol route. Same heading, same speed, like this was the intermission. Both Su-30SMS turn south toward Kaliningrad. Neither pilot speaks for 4 minutes. They land. They taxi. They shut down. The lieutenant colonel climbs out, stands on the tarmac one moment longer than he needs to. In the debrief room, his commander asks one question. Did either of you get a single firing solution? The lieutenant colonel looks at the table. No, not once. The room goes quiet. The kind of quiet where everyone is doing math and no one likes the answer. God made the sky. Somewhere up there, a single American turned northwest, climbing through cold Baltic air, heading home. He didn't file a report about what happened. He didn't need to. Some lessons write themselves.